Hey, what's up, guys? It's RC on the Aces, Caitlin and Iowa here. So before I get started, first things first, let me say this. Thank you to all my 300 plus subscribers for constantly holding me down, for watching the channel, for supporting the content, for liking the videos, for giving me a chance to talk basketball with you, to share my passion with you guys. So thank you. I appreciate you. So from there, this particular video, I was asked by a subscriber, by a very nice watcher of the channel, subscriber of the channel, Emily. And so she asked me to talk about um, could Sydney or Fulton replace Gabbie Marshall in the starting lineup? Um, as we all know, Gabbie Marshall has been struggling. So I told her I would make the video, and I am making a video now. But I also want to put a little spin on it and give you guys options. And y'all can mention in the comment section who y'all would like to see start in place of Gabbie Marshall if it comes to this, or in the event that Gabbie just cannot get out of this rut that she's in. Um, so Sydney Fulter. Emily, she said, could I make a case for Sydney Fulter? Sydney Fulter is 5'11", but she plays like she's 6'5". She's a very, very great rebounding guard. You guys heard me call her Sydney Everywhere Fulter. She's everywhere on the court. She just plays maddening. She is what's the best way to put it? Aggressive. She's aggressive. She's high energy. She loves to hit the glass, as I said. She'll score. She's scrappy. She defends well. The only thing I would say for anybody who thinks that maybe Sydney and Fulcher should come into the starting lineup, I don't think, like in the backcourt, that her ball handling abilities, which are they're decent. They're not shabby. They're not horrible. But I don't know, because if you don't know anything else, you know that with Gabbie Marshall, you're going to get defense. You're going to get a player that at least knows, how to handle the rock pretty sufficiently. So I mean, while Gabbie's struggling offensively, the things you can rely on, and I just think that Sydney would need to work on her ball handling ability. As a junior, she still has, as far as I know, she has one more year left. I don't know if she gets that extra year, that exemption year. But what do you guys feel? I wouldn't mind seeing Sydney or Fulton in a lineup sometimes. But I don't know if I would, take out Gabbie Marshall. And you guys know that I've been pretty much up and down on Gabbie Marshall this season so far through 11 games. We've been winning in spite of Gabbie. We're 10-1. But I wouldn't mind seeing Sydney or Fulton play like maybe some 2 and 3. I just don't know, if she could play, the backcourt all the time, especially coming out as a starter. Because, I mean, who else going to alleviate the ball pressure off of Caitlin? You need somebody else that can dribble the rock. And so I don't know. I mean, Sydney hasn't really had the ball in her hands that much, working from a guard position, from the 1 or the 2 spot, from the point or the shooting spot. So I can't say for certain. You guys can make a case, or I can even put together a poll and we can just play it like that. We'll see how it goes. Molly Davis got into the starting lineup. She started out well. Lately, Molly hasn't been very aggressive at all. She's been a little bit MIA, so I don't know what that's about. But Molly's a guard, but she's basically in the starting lineup, so we got to pretty much discard Molly Davis. My pick, interestingly enough, would probably be Kylie Fairback. If it was left to me, if Gabbie can't get up out of this funk that she in, the rest, she just, because she hasn't been able to, guys. She's had a lot of 0 and 2-point games. She hasn't scored in double figures except only like twice. It's not too well. You guys know we don't bash our players. We don't try to go off on them we try to critique, we try to, speak about these players when they're doing, when we don't like how they're performing. But as I said, we just try not to brutalize, bash these players because these are young women that play this game. And, those of us that love women's basketball, we just ought to, take everything with a grain of salt because these are still young women. So there's no reason to degrade players. But if they're not playing well, they need to sit down. That's just that simple. They just need to come off the bench. Maybe coming off the bench for Gabbie, maybe that might reinvigorate her. We just never know. So my case would be Kylie Fairback, who, oddly enough, I meant to mention last game. Did she score 9 points? I feel like she scored 9 points. That was her season high. She was very active. She got fouled on it and won. She knocked down a three. Kylie had her best game of the season last game against Wisconsin. And I feel like she's a player that can, as the season goes along, she can become better and better. She doesn't lack for confidence. That's one thing I will say for certain. Kylie definitely does not lack for confidence. She's not scared. She's not shy to put up shots. I would actually like to see her get more time in the backcourt. But also, I must say that Kylie's ball handling abilities are probably either equal or just a little bit better than Sydney's. Clearly, Caitlin is the best ball handler on this team by far. And even though I see Caitlin as more of a two, she probably will play more two in the WNBA. But in college, we definitely need Caitlin to run the show with her great sharp passing, the way she looks for players. So, yeah, I would say either Kylie Fairback, and then another case I could make for you guys, another option for you guys who would possibly replace Gabbie Marshall, like I say, who's just been pretty much great young player, great young woman, but just hasn't been able to take advantage of knocking down her 3-point shots too much. Just basically, it's just been her defense or nothing. But the case could be also made for Taylor McCade. I'm getting off track. Taylor McCade, what do you guys think? Does Taylor McCade, a sophomore, a silky smooth 3-point shooter, a nice, not great, not good, but a nice to decent ball handler. Taylor is 5'9". Like I said, she can definitely shoot the rock. She can definitely move on the court. Downside is that she hasn't played too much. And experience is just a sophomore. What do you guys feel? Drop that in the comment section. Let me know. Your place to show out is the comments. Leave your opinions. I am leaning towards Kylie Fairback, who I would actually feel like you might get more versatility from. Like I said, she's not shy. She's definitely going to shoot the rock. And sometimes Gabbie hesitates. So that would probably be my first choice. And then I would be willing to give Taylor a shot because she has a great 3-point shot. Sydney Fulcher, you could find her time at the 2 and the 3. And most of all, you can play Sydney with a bunch of versatile lineups. Sydney just gets the rebound no matter what. You can even slide Sydney to the floor. She don't play no games. She don't play no games. She gets after it. In Emily's case, she said that it would really help. But also, Emily, you got to think of this if you're watching. Sydney's great for us off the bench. We don't want to deplete our bench. What if we put Gabbie on the bench and then Gabbie's coming off the bench and she still doesn't have it going, But before I close out on this one, I want to appreciate you guys for watching, as always. And before I go, I don't know why, and I've said this before, I don't know why Coach Lisa Bluter, I don't even know why I'm using this video to talk about it, but Coach Lisa Bluter has so many players at her expense. And I just don't know why she doesn't shuffle lineups more. But I hope that if we find ourselves in some really heated contests against some really competitive opponents, that she switches the lineup more because I like our depth. I really do. I like the fact we got a long list of players that could come in. And there's so many players that don't play that I feel like should get some time. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys look out for a poll as well to see who we would put in the starting lineup if not for Gabbie Marshall. It's really, really sad, guys, that Gabbie just can't really, her opportunities are very limited, but she just doesn't capitalize when she gets her opportunities. So with that being said, I'm going to go. We were going to look at some of Gabbie Marshall's stats, her scoring in specific, but we all pretty much know that her scoring has been low. So there's no reason to really look at that. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Took up enough of y'all time on this one. This is RC. I am going to catch you guys on the next one. Gone.